Okay, this is problem number 4 from the North Carolina Math 1 EOC released items from 2016. And I can see right away that this is a fairly short problem. It's just a single question. So I'm just going to read that from start to finish. It says, which is the graph of the function f of x equals 4x squared minus 8x plus 7? So I can tell right away that this is a question involving a quadratic function, because this has got the 4x squared, the x squared term that tells me it's a quadratic function. Even if I didn't recognize right away that this was going to be quadratic functions, all of the graphs I can see are graphs of parabolas, and I know that parabolas are the graphs of quadratic functions. So I'm going to ask myself, well, how do I go about matching up a quadratic function expressed algebraically with the graph of a quadratic function? And there are two particular parts of the algebraic expression of a quadratic function that are particularly useful for identifying the graph. And those are this number here, the coefficient of the x term, and this number here, which is sometimes called the c term. If you think of it as a times x squared plus b times x plus c. And this term right here, that coefficient of the x squared term, that tells me about how wide or narrow the parabola is. And it also tells me whether the parabola is right side up or upside down. So if this is a positive number, and as I can see this one is positive, if it's a positive number, then that means that that's going to give me a parabola in the shape of a U, what I think of as kind of the standard right side up kind of parabola. Well, and it turns out that this number doesn't really help me that much for this particular problem, because all of the parabolas given in the answer choices are right side up parabolas. So that one's right side up, B is right side up, C is right side up, D is right side up. So that A part doesn't really help me that much. But the C part, the plus 7 part, this tells me what the y-intercept is for my graph. And so if I can look at each one of these answer choices, and if I can eliminate the ones that don't have a y-intercept of 7, well, then that might help me to identify the correct answer. So I notice right away the y-intercept for answer choice A has got a y-intercept of 4, so I can eliminate that one. The y-intercept for answer choice B, well, I can't tell quite what the y-intercept for answer choice B is. It's going to be way up here off of the graph, but I can see right away it's not, the y-intercept is not 7 for answer choice B, so I can eliminate answer choice B. Answer choice C, well, answer choice C also does not have a y-intercept of 7. It looks like it has a y-intercept of positive 10. So I can eliminate answer choice C. Well, I'm hoping answer choice D has got a y-intercept of 7, and yes, sure enough, answer choice D is the only one of my 4 answer choices that has a y-intercept of 7. Therefore, answer choice D must be my correct answer.